Finding the right valuation company for your reverse mortgage appraisals is key. Now, one of the most trusted teams in reverse appraisals is back with a new name, Atlas Valuation. To learn more, visit atlasvms.com or call or click on the banner below this video. Partner with Atlas today. Happy Friday, everyone. Shannon here, and we have a special edition of Friday's Food for Thought today. We have with us Joe Pravettone. He is the Chief Appraiser for Atlas Valuation, which just so happens to be the sponsor of Friday's Food for Thought. Joe, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, Shannon, hey, it's great. Thanks for having me.
Well, we are very interested. We got the news, we saw it on the wire that you have come on to Atlas Valuation, headed by Eric Morin, and we are curious as to, well, first of all, give us your background real quick before we dive into some other questions.
Yeah, so 25 years is kind of the rough number, but I actually started when I was 16 years old. I was kind of that gopher for a girlfriend in high school's uncle. So I was this kid kind of following him around in his footsteps, learning how to measure, learning, obviously taking photos and sketching. And eventually I saw just about every step. And at 18, this was before licensing. So this was in 1990. I actually performed my first appraisal. I went to the service after that. I was in the military, so I kind of got off the whole appraisal train, if you will. And one thing led to another. About 8 years after I got out of the service, appraisals kind of stuck back into my life. So going on 25 years since that time, having gone through the licensing process, I built a really successful appraisal firm with as many as 12 people. Staff appraisers, supervising appraisers, and whatnot. Things were going great. I thought I was just the magic business person because at that time, all the way up until 2008, I was just every day business was booming, and I just thought I was, I knew what I was doing. 2008 hits, and everything kind of stopped. But luckily, I found myself with a bunch of great lenders, loan officers that really liked what I did. And one of the companies hired me to run their appraisal department. So it was a small mortgage company. Did that for about 5 years. And I guess you could call me the chief appraiser, but I was just a single person. But, really learned the forward side of mortgage. And I learned the other side of appraisal. I started working with underwriters and processors and whatnot on the mortgage side. So I went from there. I worked for a few different AMCs, some bigger, some medium sized, but some great people, some great networking, some, just great experience on the QC side of things. And then I found myself at AAG, American Advisors Group. Started off as department lead or head, and worked my way to, which there wasn't a seat officially called the chief appraiser, but that eventually is what my position was. So for 5 years, I worked for American Advisors Group. So very heavy in reverse space. I didn't know much about reverse, but I'll tell you very, very quickly, I became, the expert, if you will, of 4000.1 that
Right.
pertained to appraisal. And I also found myself training underwriters because, their forte is understanding the borrowers and worthiness of credit, if you will. Appraisal is not always their strong suit, especially for FHA appraisals. So I got involved with training underwriters and worked with processors and worked a lot of escalations. So, working for a nationwide lender comes nationwide problems in appraisals. And, I got my hands dirty and just, over 5 years, I think I saw just about every type of scenario. So that ended. I went on to another medium-sized mortgage company for a little while as chief appraiser, and then found myself as a regional manager / quality development team manager for a nationwide appraisal firm. So kind of, appraiser first, worked at a couple AMCs, small mortgage companies, reverse mortgage, back to a nation appraisal firm. And then that's when Eric and I discussed this opportunity. So now I'm here running the AMC as chief appraiser here.
Quite a journey, if I must say. And I like that you had the experience on both ends of the spectrum, what we call
Yeah.
what we strangely call forward in the reverse mortgage industry. What does a typical day look like for a chief appraiser? Just your typical assignments.
Well, maybe more tedious stuff, but obviously, understanding compliance, risk, and collateral. So you're always working within quality of appraisals. But honestly, where a lot of my time is spent is just in escalations where, appraisers are often singular workers, for lack of better words, right? They're out there on their own. And to stay up with industry changes and whatnot, it's tough as an individual appraiser. So a lot of my day is spent coaching and mentoring and discussing with appraisers some of the issues that we run up against. In the reverse world, you might be privy to, but on jumbo or proprietary loans, oftentimes you have two appraisals. And appraisals are opinions of value, yet borrowers would expect or lenders would expect that any appraiser going out to the same property is going to come up with the same value, but that doesn't always happen. You go down these paths of understanding the value of a home, and the difference of selecting one comp or another can really change things. So I spend a lot of time reconciling two appraisals for that type of work where that's jumbo reverse. But all in all, on a day to day, I'm in escalations. I'm talking with and coaching and helping appraisers through complex issues, just really helping our appraisals get through our system to get to the lender as quick as possible with the best quality report. He brought me on knowing my background. I have a strong network in both forward and reverse. But when you talk about reverse, it's a specialty, right? So that was a big reason he brought me on. So my goals are to help Atlas just stay relevant, stay where we can become that customer service oriented AMC. We're obviously a newly established AMC, but we have a lot of experience with the folks on the team. Eric having done a previous AMC in the past, so his experience is why we're doing well. So I would really like to just see the momentum that we currently have. I would hope that my network and the people that have worked with me or people that I've actually fixed their appraisal issues, loan officers used to come to me all the time, Joe, fix this appraisal. And luckily, most of the time I can't. So I hope that network allows me to encourage people to use our service, where being a smaller AMC, and just to point out, of course, yes, I keep talking about specialty reverse, but we're doing, conventional forward mortgage too. To be honest, with reverse, given the most, risk in the industry as far as that type of loan, that is a harder appraisal process or just mortgage process in general. So for me, on the forward side, dealing with the GSEs, Fannie and Freddie, that's like the back of my hand, and it's always the reverse side that takes a little bit more finesse and work, just because it's just what it is, that type of mortgage. So I hope to bring Atlas into more clients that can use our services and allow me to use my expertise or experience to help them through their processes, right? And hope that I can deliver the best appraisal for them while our volume grows and business grows. And that's truly my goal, is to help Eric get this company to where he sees it going. And it's been great because he's allowing me to use all of my past experiences to help with that process. So it feels good. It's a great fit.
Well, folks, that wraps up another edition of Friday's Food for Thought. If you gained any knowledge, if you found value in today's episode, just click on that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course, be sure to click on the banner for Atlas Valuation just below this video and learn more how they can help you in your valuation needs. Have a great weekend. Finding the right valuation company for your reverse mortgage appraisals is key. Now, one of the most trusted teams in reverse appraisals is back with a new name, Atlas Valuation. To learn more, visit atlasvms.com or call or click on the banner below this video. Partner with Atlas today.